favourite players at the time were the likes of Ron Flowers, Peter Broadbent, Billy Wright, Bert Williams. My dad played for a side in the Isle of Man called the Wanderers, and of course the Gold and Black. So it's just a combination of little things. And of course at that time the Wolves were the best side in the world according to stand colours. So yeah, so I picked them at an early age, and it's just something that's carried on and on and on. Well, yeah, the Wolves supporters were banned from Hereford on a Saturday, but the landlord of the Mitre on Tetnall Green was a friend of a director of Hereford, and he got me a ticket to go to Hereford. My wife Karen was in the local maternity, and so I went to Hereford, and the Wolves won at Hereford. I flew back to the Isle of Man on the Saturday night, and the child was born on the Sunday, and I'd said whoever scores the first goal for Wolves is the name for him. So it was back to Wolverhampton then on the Monday. It was a bank holiday, and we played Scunthorpe, and Tomo let the ball go to Andy Much. Andy Much centred, and Steve Bull scored. So we hammered Scunthorpe that afternoon. So then it was a flight back to the Isle of Man on the Monday tea time evening, and into the Jane Crookall maternity, and so I said to Karen, Steve. So that was our firstborn. Although the lads in the pub in the Fox at the ground there before the game, they were all saying, "What happens if Floyd Street scores?" Which was a bit worrying, but I didn't think that would happen. So that was Stephen. That was 87. 89, we're playing Sheffield United towards the end of the season, and Robbie Dennison scores an absolute cracker, and we're then promoted from the old third into the old second division. So it was a case of back home then, and how about Robbie? So second born was Robbie. I didn't quite have my way on the third, although when the Wolves played in Eindhoven, PSV Eindhoven, 1980, we'd beaten Forest in the League Cup, and I went on a Wolves trip to Amsterdam, and there was this little cafe bar just round the corner from the hotel we were stopped at, and somebody in the party had some connections at the Wolves, and they brought a load of memorabilia with them, and they put this giant team photograph on the wall, and us supporters went and signed against the players. We signed the name. So for instance, well, in my case it was Peter Daniel, so I became Peter Daniel and put the signature alongside the picture of Peter Daniel. So our third one is actually called Daniel, although Karen didn't think she had anything to do with that. But it was interesting because a few years later I was in Amsterdam, and the photograph was still up on the wall in that bar in Amsterdam, yeah.